the street. A cool breeze hits us and Longma is not phased. Okay. He just struts along and I quickly follow. How far is the park? Not that far. You run. At least don't walk here. I tend to run there. Oh dear. I don't know if you can keep up. Not that I'm saying that you were slow. Oh my. You know, I forgot he does that a lot. It's fine. I bet you can run faster than me. Well, not me can keep up with me. That's one thing I can boast about. Really? How fast are you? I'll show you when we get to the park. It is too dangerous to run that fast here. What if, oh no, what if I hurt someone? I won't feel awful. Okay. Alright, let's show me at the park. We continue our walk and I tell Longma is antsy to let loose and start running. Maybe that is how he gets rid of his stress. I don't know how people with a nervous disposition ever get anything done without freaking out. Around the corner of a building I can see the park. It is typical, a large open field with trees and a playground. Are there children here? It feels very out of place when I think about it. The usual but becomes the unusual. We walk on the wet grass across the park. I come here to exercise. I need to stay fit. Before I can say anything, he starts moving in the jaw. I follow easily enough, but then I have to start running to keep up. Before long, I am sprinting to match Longma's pace. I can only sprint for so long. I'm not an Olympic athlete. I have to slow down and Longma looks back at me. Oh my, you can't run that fast. Out of breath, I spit out my words. No. Well, I guess I am faster than you. Let me show you. I see Longma take off like a rocket away from me. He leaps in a direction covering a great distance in a single bound. He isn't running. He's jumping forward. I guess that is what running and walking are. Jumping forward. He took tear up the grass and dirt with his movements. It takes him about 2 minutes to go around the park. If I had to guess, that would be about 2 or 3 miles. He finally comes bounding back to me. See? You sure move really quickly. I can move faster. Without a burst of light, he flashes like a streak and is suddenly a football field away from me. It wasn't teleportation, but super speed. With another flash of light, Longma moved around at increments of similar length with a few seconds in between jumps. It starts to memorize the watch, like a laser light show. He starts circling me and the circle gets closer and closer. I'm met with a blast of hot air and Longma appears right in front of me. He's grinning wide and he seems to feel much more secure about himself. Except for the fact that his hood feet are glowing from heat to the small fire in the grass. That's crazy. Crap, not again. He stomps it out with rapid speed that will make the tap dancer jealous. That's insane. Never seen anything like that. We've never seen anything like me before. Is this the same scare horse thing? You're right about that. It feels so much better now. Walk with me. He motions for me to follow, and I do. We start to walk around the park. I feel like striking up some conversation. Ask why he's nervous. Why are you always so tense when you're at work? Here you're much more relaxed and forward. I need to move, or my body wants to explode. I was made to move quickly. When you fight your instincts, you end up with issues. Evolutionary behavior? What is that? It's a human theory, which does not apply here. When an organism evolves to better fit its environment to succeed. Behavior is also evolutionary. You can pass down personality traits and other things to your offspring. That is, if you have offspring. Anxiety disorders can get passed down. Good to know. I was created to serve a purpose. I don't know how to evolve. I don't know if you can force evolution in an individual. And I'm also certain it is possible here. Everything's possible here, which is frightening. If that what scares you. That and the fact that I may be stuck here. You wanna go home? Yes. You don't? No, I want to stay here. It's important and there is a purpose to this place. You can't just leave your duties unfinished, or you'll get punished. Longwood stands up. We should probably get some rest. I need to head back and get some sleep as well. Where do you live? In the library, in the attic. You know, Kyoto lives in the basement, right? I had no idea. You're the only one who's not living in the library. I don't know why. All librarians stay in the library. Am I a librarian now? You are, and it's great to have another member with us. I wonder why you're here. Like Dr. Blessings, right? I'm a blessing? Lama covered his mouth and I could see his shyness coming back again. Oh dear. I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say goodbye, I'm hit with a blast of air and a flash of light. In the street, Lama begins his way back to the library. I'm left standing in the park alone. I realize once again how vulnerable I am. I have no powers like Lama. Wish I did. Feels someone watching me and I turn to see a Batman. A bat? Man? A bat that's a man or a... I don't know. Not the Batman, but an actual Batman. He's just staring at me from behind a tree, creeping like a villain. Before I can react, he turns around and walks away. I should get home. I don't like being out in the open like this, being watched by a Batman or something. As I walk back to the cabin, I notice that the streets are quiet. This town has an oppressive aurora, one that chills my bones. I put my hands in my pocket and trek to the edge of town. In no time at all, I reach the edge of civilization and that trail. It's as dark as ever. I turn my phone onto flashlight and continue forward. I stumble over roots and holes in the path. The forest feels like it's closing in on me. Or perhaps my anxiety is eating away at me. I start to jog to hurry my pace. I don't want to be out here any longer than I already have. True. It's also true. In the distance, there is a cabin. I left the light in the background and it's acting as a beacon to direct me back. Reaching the door, I unlock it and swing it open. I feel relief as I shut it quickly behind me. So here we are in the cabin again. How dreadful and painful. This is it? It can't be. I head to the bathroom. Washed up a little and then sit down on the bed. What am I hoping for? What is this town hoping for? Is there even hope here? I flop down and lay my head on the pillow. I'm exhausted but my mind races thinking about the day. The darkness that is the day. I'm dreaming of all this. I have to be. Maybe this is Inception? But it's all so much. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, so we're at night 3. I wake up to the night again. I guess we just go with the flow. I don't mind the darkness. It makes sleeping in that much easier. Can't wait to get the day. Night off so I can sleep and relax. But I don't have the night off, so I need to get ready. I feel like the only thing that would be more so an issue with it always being night is you just have to keep up with the time and understand that it's night day, not night night, if that makes sense. So I jump out of bed, ready for whatever is next, and I head to the bathroom. Please don't send me all the way back. Check the bathroom. Slowly I kick through the hallway. Focus ready to take on anything here. Aim willingly. I move to stand in front of the bathroom and push the door open. It makes a horrible creaking noise as it opens and I flick the light on. Empty. hear the front door bang against the wall. Is that the wind or is something there? I creep through the cabin, eyeing every shadow and leaf that moves as a sign of danger. In the living room, I peer at every corner. The front door is still slowly swinging. Move to the open doorway and peer outside. Nothing. After closing and locking the front door, I continue into the kitchen. There's nothing in the cabin. I think, but I can't be too sure. This is really strange. Search again. I do another sweep of the cabin, checking every nook and cranny. Still nothing. It was probably the wind that opened the door. Cabin's a mess. Floor is covered with leaves and that's already drafty. This already drafty cabin is much cooler. If there's anything worse than waking up to a home invasion, it's waking up to a cold house. Shivering, I walk to the bathroom, crushing dry, dead leaves underfoot. I get in the shower. The warm water cascades over me and my heart begins to relax. Once again, it's heavy. Continue to sink lower in my chest. Is this it? Is this my life? Maybe for some crazy, unexplainable incident to end my life. I can't help but think these thoughts over and over. I need to push them out. Kids in Longmud, they seem nice. This is rough, but means well. Is it so different here than home? Well, of course it is. But what makes it home? Is it familiarity? The location? The people or not people? Working for the library here. I wonder what else I'll be doing. Hopefully not going out and stopping monsters and madness from fighting each other. Hope I don't face my death in this place. But there it is, that word. Hope. I tap my head against the wall of the shower, and with a thud, I take a deep breath. Water almost gets into my nose as it's pouring down my face. A simple human body, I'm not important. I can't be important. There's no way I am important. But maybe I am. Or maybe I'm just being an emotional wreck and I need to get my stuff together. Come on, Charlie, get it together. Then I need to go to the library and continue my job, and maybe, just maybe, I'll learn more about this place, get some answers. That's why I picked the library, so we can actually get some answers about this place. I'm sure I can figure something out. I must keep going. I turn the shower off and get dressed. I go to my fridge and eat some food. Now that I'm rested, clean, and fed, it's time to call the library. Phone rings and a familiar voice answers. Let me guess. Charlie? Yes? Good. You need to get your ass in gear and get here quick. We have an important situation that needs our attention. The phone goes dead and I'm left with the hum of nothing. I wonder what he meant by the situation. Guess I'll find out once I get to the library. I grab my weapon and head out into the darkness. It's much easier getting through the trail once I've gone through it a couple times. I'm starting to learn where the roots and holes are. Tree markets and familiar bushes lead the way. It's still unnerving and the life of the town is comforting. How horrible. I'm happy to be in this town. I travel along the street and there are less eyes on me. The place is boring. Well, the place is not boring, but becoming accustomed to my existence. I'm finding to not be accustomed to it. I come to a library and swing the door open. Vincent has two phones up to his ear, desperately talking to who knows what. Kit and Longmire are getting backpacks together with equipment. I walk up to Kit and Longmire. Before I can say anything, Vincent yells at me. He just drops the phone and I guess they weren't important. You're finally here. We have a new case and right now it is top priority. Sue, an old geezer, was found dead about an hour ago. We will go to investigate and bring back some answers. Wait, I thought we were the librarians. How are we also detectives? Any questions before we go? Not that I want answers to them. If this is the case, does that mean he was murdered? Let me check. Mr. rubs his tipple sarcastically and does a chant. I guess. Don't know. Let's go ask him. Oh wait, he's dead. Okay. Wait, are we going right now? Of course. We're waiting for you. You do know that the likelihood of solving a homicide dropped drastically after the first 48 hours, right? We need to figure this out quickly. We cannot and will not stand for a useless death. No death. Only life. See? Kid gets it. Grab some for his gear and let's go. Loma bounces up to me with a clipboard in hand. I'll put you in on the, oh dear, details. I'll be get to the site. Kid grabs several backpacks of equipment and lugs them over his shoulder. Vincent puts his hands in his pockets. He walks out of the library and we all follow. Okay, so I guess we're also detectives? Something? We trek along the street and I walk with Longma and Kit. I feel the urge to ask Longma a question or two, but he beats me to it. So, oh no, Soup was an old resident of the town. He worked as a psychic doing readings and directing them to the library, if he could not help them. Reports say he used to work at the library before Vincent took over. Soup had no known enemies in the town. He was well respected by everyone here. He did enough for the town in his time as a resident. Oh darn, yeah, oh geez. He's the only one who directed me to Vincent. I'm sad he's gone. I should not let personal feelings get in the way of the duty. It was very well... oh damn. Difficult to not let that happen. Keep it cool, Longma. Stick with it. Yes. Sue lived alone in the apartment. He did his readings from his apartment. And yes, it was his neighbor who called them in the disturbance. His routine was not consistent and was noticed. The neighbor looked through the already open door and found Soup dead in the reading room. That would be psychic reading room, not a library reading room. He left and called. He did not disturb anything in the apartment. Do you have any questions? I feel like that'd be a dumb question. Well, how did it happen? And this report says, oh my, blood loss. Never saw in that quote, a lot of blood. He was stabbed? Possibly. How long has Soup been dead? This report is recent, however it's unknown how long he has been dead. Who was the last individual to see him alive? Still unknown at this time. Figures. It was never easy. Did you not see it coming? Like, I don't know, I feel like that is a dumb question, but at the same time it's not, because he's a psychic, so maybe he saw it coming? I don't know. That's a rude question. No, that's a legitimate question. He could not see his own future, and what he saw was always very limited. What could he see? He could see connections between monsters, future connections and meetings. He could not see those meetings to happen. He would make the future he saw happen. Not truly psychic, if you ask me. He created self-fulfilling prophecies. So does that validate or invalidate his ability to see the future? That was the question of perspective. Alright. And no other questions then. We make it to the apartment complex, a couple stories high but nothing extravagant. Enter the building we were met by a rogue creature. He says he was the one that found Sue's body. Crazy. I'll talk to the witness while you three go upstairs and figure out what happened. Find clues that might help. We go deeper inside the apartment complex and I travel up a couple flights of stairs. We go to Sue's apartment and there's a sign that says psychic readings. Know your tomorrow today. The door is unlocked. We open the door and the smell of blood is on the air. It smells like copper. Stepping inside, nothing looks amiss. There are 2 windows and doors leading to the bathroom, bedroom, and reading room, respectively. I check the main living area and nothing seems out of place. There is no struggle of any kind in this apartment. It is quite messy in here, but most of this town is messy. Windows are shut and locked. I open the reading room. There is Seuss dead. Seuss looked, I guess, since he is dead, like a mutant turtle. A Rico-Del turtle without any kind of proper shell. He's sitting in a chair, slumped over an elaborate card table that is now covered in blood, and dripping ichor on the floor. This has got to be a murder. I stay calm and keep it together. This is very surreal. Easy to brush this all off is just a game. However, that pit in my stomach grows with disgust. I check the wall to see blood has sprayed and splattered on each side, going quite a distance. The floor has a couple of footprints leading out in blood, but since it's spray pattern, there's no way to figure out shoe size. Here's a side table that has a tip jar, and it is filled with all sorts of paper currency. There's a stone on top of the money. Pick up the stone that is the size and shape of a 6-sided die. It is a dark purple, almost black and translucent. On the card table there are several tarot cards lying face down in a pile. There are also 7 cards facing upward. 2 of the cards are face up on top of each other. There's one next to these 2, and then 4 cards in a row. The card on top of the other card is the Tower. The card on the bottom is the 10 of Swords. The other card is the Knight of Wands. The first card on the row of 4 is the Fool upside down. The next is the King of Swords. The next card is the Justice card. The top card of the set of 4 is an upside down Devil card. No idea what any of this means. I take a picture with my phone and decide it is best not to take all the cards, even though I am picking up the blood with them. I go and check Seuss by pushing him uptight. Well, not uptight, but upright. His neck is slashed wide open, and I try to mimic the possible killings. There is enough room for someone to have come behind him and slit his throat. Even in this position, it would be easy to get away from the assailant, so it's troubling that there is no struggle or fight. Everything seems to be in place, except for all the blood, which should be inside Seuss. Kinda weird. Well, not kind of, but very weird. I check the bathroom and see sink splattered with blood. Looks like the criminal was trying to wash their hands. 2 towels were stained. The assailant knew they had time to kill him and decided it would be best to get cleaned up. I shift the gray brown towel much closer. It had weird marks on it, not something hands would make. There are straight lines of blood. I open the door to the bedroom. There appears to be some activity in here. A nearly empty bookshelf and books scattered all across the ground. I look through them and there are books about tarot readings and of time travel. There are some fiction fantasy novels, but not many. Sorry, almost non-fiction. Wonder why all these books are out of the shelf. And the librarian in me kicks in. I start to put all the books back into the shelving unit. I wouldn't even do that, because what if you touched them? Once all of them are in place, it appears that one of the shelves is not completely full like the others. Kid is watching me and Llama is dusty for prints. Kid, are all these books catalogs with the library? Yes. We know book and for time. So if we take all the books, we can figure out which one is missing. Yes. Kid, do you know what this is? I show him the dark purple stone and his eyes widen. That is worth much. Are you steal it? What? No. That is edgeless stone. Llama's interest is piqued and he comes bouncing over. Edgeless stone? Oh my. Those are valuable. How did you get one? It was in Seuss' tip jar. hoping this valuable was still here. He wasn't robbed. I need more information on the stone. Who uses them to pay for services? I think that's enough searching for now. Can we take all the books with us? Okay. I carry? Yes, please. Leave the apartment with the edge of the stone in my pocket. All the library books are in Kit's arms. I use his now. Was. Yeah. As we shut the door, Llama takes out typical police tape used to section off a murder scene. He flaps the door with it and then writes in chalk in certain spots. I wonder why. What's with the chalk? Oh dear. For the physically able. Huh? Oh no, how do I explain? For those who can't see too well in this realm, but in other realms. A magical seal? I should assume as much. I know where Vincent shows up. It's not magic, you Nimrod. It's metaphysical science and realm manipulation. Those who are ignorant call it magic. Just like how humans used to explain gravity as aether. Sure, yeah, whatever. What did you all find in there? Edge of the stone? You found the strange stone in the tip jar. Let me see. I take out the stone from my pocket. An edge of the stone. Interesting. That's worth more than any paper money we have here. What do you think it means? Not a robbery? That is true. So what else did you find? Bathroom towel? In the bathroom there's a towel the killer washed his hands with. The towel had a peculiar pattern on it from the blood. What kind of pattern? There were straight lines of blood. Any theory? And small enough to wash. Criminal had time. This was a premeditated murder. Yes, not a murder of passion. Or a killer is just level-headed. That could be possible, but how many level-headed killers are there? If only you knew. What else did you find? Missing book? See how large collection of books. There were only things disturbed in the apartment. That is true. He has a lot of books the library has record of. Well, it makes me think that important book had something in the book. What do you mean exactly? Well, if the killer needed the book, he would just go to the library for a copy. Why go through all the trouble of killing someone for it? That is unless one of the books was different than the others. The face book, possibly. It's not uncommon to have sections missing in books or extra writing. You're a jerk if you do this to the library books, but it happens. So I think a book has something the killer wanted, something he simply could not pay for. Interesting thought. What else did you find? Missing cards. As a result of the blood pattern, it appeared that 3 cards were missing from the tarot reading. Which 3 cards? I don't know yet. I have to compare the present cards to that of the full deck. What do you think this means? Either reading was the motive, or I think reading. If someone repeated bad reading, I don't think they would kill over it. It's possible the reading said something that the killer did not want to hear. Sue said the wrong thing to someone. First thought, what else did you find? His position? Sue's body was placed in a way that suggests there was no struggle. The killer came up behind him and slit his throat. Nasty way to go. The killer sneak up behind him? It does not appear that way. Sue had his back to the wall and was facing the only entrance to the room. What do you think this means? He knew the criminal? He must have trusted whoever it was to let him get behind him. Sue's not a trusting individual. He wouldn't just let anyone come up behind him. Even if he knew him? He never trusted me, so I have the first-hand experience. What else did you find? I have nothing else. There are our leads. Not a bad start to figure out this mess. What are your thoughts, sir? I have so many thoughts, but nothing is concrete. You've been listening to me speculate this whole time. I believe your insider knowledge might shine some light on the situation. Yes, I do have a couple things up my sleeve. When I've learned from Sue's neighbor, he had a meeting with someone last night. This puts the murder around the time we all got off from work. When we get off from work, so do most of the other companies in town. That leaves the suspect pool wide open. Someone doesn't want to make this easy for us. Either way, I know that Charlie is involved. What? You're not directly to blame, but may be the reason why he was killed. Before you stumbled upon this town and stirred things up, Sue took out a book on human psychology. This book was obviously in the fiction section. We all know psychology isn't real. Yet Sue, a mystic, one who prides himself on non-fiction, took out a fiction book. Not only that, but one on humans. To make things stranger, a human shows up 5 nights later. If I were a betting cat, which I am, a wager that the book missing is that pile in the psychology book. This must be a coincidence. Highly unlikely. My assumption is that Sue was killed because he knew something. That something was the fact that you were coming. I'm certain. I know, if Sue knew, who else knew? I don't know. However, the edge of the stone is to point us in the direction on purpose. To those who were in on it. Then it must be a trap. Of course it is, you idiot. This is to stop you from meeting someone you're not supposed to. I'm not supposed to? In those? Like, whose eyes? Stop repeating me. Killer for one. Whoever the killer works for. This was a planned killing. We should head back to the library and continue our investigation. I have a task for you, Longma, when we get back. I have a task for you as well, Charlie. Let's go. We leave the apartment complex. I'm carrying the backpacks we brought us. They're really heavy. That's crazy. So, I guess we'll save here because we've been playing for a while. Go back to the main menu. Yeah, that's Blackgate number 3. So, I am going to make these a bit longer. So, we can actually get through this faster. There's no set day I upload these type of videos for this game. I'm just going to upload them as I get to them. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed Blackgate Part 3. And I will see y'all on the next one.